Why do all of the self-help books say that you must decide and focus on something in order to achieve it? What does focus even do? What does it really mean? And does it really matter? Hey everyone, Mike Sweet here from mikesweet.co.uk, giving you the edge in life and business with psychology and NLP. Now today's show is all about focus. You'll see in every single self-help book and business book and coaching book, decide and focus on that one thing that you're going to work to. But what's the real deal with focus? Why do we need to focus on that one thing? Well, the truth is, whatever you focus on is exactly what you'll notice. Now, that's the big piece, is because there's so much going on around us at all times that we simply just delete those other things. But whatever you focus on, whatever you choose to notice, becomes real. So that's where the magic really happens. Now I'm going to pop a link within this video to have a look at the awareness test, which is mind-blowing to see how when your focus is attuned to something, then that's what you'll notice and you'll delete other things. Now, I've covered this partly in one of the NLP videos under reticular activating systems. Have a little look at that. It'll give you more of an insight into this. But I wanted to share something that was really close to me. It's something that happened to me the other day. Now, bearing in mind that I watch, I listen, I learn all about psychology just to really understand it because I'm fascinated about it, but I still get tripped up by what it is I'm focusing on and how that's affecting me and my experience. Now, the other night I was lying in bed and I was just about to drift off into dreamyland, and at about 11 o'clock I started hearing one of the radiators in our new bedroom rushing. Now, I'd noticed it earlier that day when I was ironing a shirt when the heating came on. The water was rushing through and I thought, I must get that sorted because I'm never going to be able to sleep. But I didn't. I forgot because I wasn't focusing on it. But anyway, 11 came in the evening and the heating come on just as I was going into dreamyland, and I could hear that water rushing through. And I was lying in bed thinking, why didn't I get that sorted? Do I go down to the garage and get my tools and adjust the radiator now? No. I won't. I'll just muscle through the night and see how I get on. Now, sure enough, it felt like I'd felt every 15 minutes looking at the clock going, will this ever stop? This constant humming, this whirring in the background was all I could focus on. Now, I was attempting to shift my focus on something else, but that annoyance, that niggle that I'd set because I decided that I would make that change to that radiator and didn't, so it became a frustration. And the longer I left it, the more I thought I'll stay in bed because I might as well now. I've done 2 hours, 3 hours listening to this thing on and off. I can't sleep. And my wife's there in dreamyland next to me and I was just praying that I could also get there too. And when we woke up the following morning, my wife said, how'd you sleep? I said, a nightmare. Did you not hear that noise? And she said, yeah, I did. I said, I'm sorry, I should have got up to do the radiator because it was really bugging me and I did notice it early that day. She looked at me and said, what radiator? It was the neighbour's alarm going off from 12 till 4 o'clock. Their house alarm was ringing. And she went, no, literally 12, the alarm went off. And I got out of bed to have a look. I looked out the window. There were neighbours outside looking at the house in case it was being burgled. And that alarm didn't stop between 12 and 4 a.m. She said, so it felt like I haven't slept a wink. Alarm? All I could hear was the radiator. You see, because I'd set my focus on that radiator, and that's what I noticed. And because I noticed it, that's all that I noticed. Now, my wife, on the other hand, quite rightly so, as the rest of the neighbours did, all they could hear was the house alarm going off. But my psychology deleted that house alarm because my focus was on that radiator. My wife Paula was lying in bed happily in dreamyland until the house alarm went off just after 12, and that went on for 4 hours. But of course, all she could hear was the house alarm. Now, that is a very extreme example, which is exactly why I'm doing this video, but there's very truth in whatever you focus on becomes real. Whatever you focus on, you will notice. So when you get out of bed in the morning and stub your toe and think today's going to be a bad day and things come in threes, sure enough, you will find that you will spill your coffee, you will lose your keys, and you will forget where you parked your car in the car park. You see, whatever you focus on, you really begin to create in your real life. It becomes so real for you. And what's really bizarre is those things you don't focus on, more often than not, you won't notice. So set your expectation on expecting to be lucky, expecting to be healthy, to be happy, expecting people to be nice to you. And that's what you'll notice. I remember hearing a Wayne Dyer story about he was walking his dogs on the beach nearby where he lives, and he was stopped over by another couple, and they said, we're thinking of moving to the area, but we don't know it very well. What are the people like here? And he said, well, where are you from? And the lady said, oh, we're from Detroit. And he said, well, what are the people like there? And she said, we tend to find they don't bother with us very much, and they're quite short, sharp, they've got lots to do, they're very busy people, which is why we probably don't have many friends and we don't get on with many people. And he said, well, you'll probably find that there are a lot like that around here too. And then a few more weeks went past, and Wayne was out and about doing some grocery shopping, and he was stopped by a gentleman looking to buy a house in the area. And he said, do you live local? And he said, yes, I do. I've lived here for many years. And the gentleman asked a similar question, what are the people like around here? And he fired the same question back to him. He said, so where are you from? He said, oh, I'm from Texas. And he said, and what are the people like where you live? And he said, they're very easygoing, they're laid back, everyone's got time for everyone. He said, conversations like this in the street are very easy to have. And he said, I just want to make sure when I do move that they are what I want. And he said, you'll probably find the people are a lot like that around here too. You see, expectation and focus creates your reality. So decide what it is that you want really in your life and set your focus. Bye for now. Remember, if you want to implement this stuff and learn it, then you need to take action and adopt it in your day-to-day life. And if you're wondering how you're going to adopt this psychology and NLP that I go through in these videos, please pop over to the website at mikesweet.co.uk/sign up. Sign up to the newsletter and you'll receive weekly insights and tips of how you implement psychology and NLP into your life and work. As always, please like, please comment, and please share. Until next time, bye for now.